Hey guys. So it is going to be the nighttime routine. So I apologize if it's not super bright in here, but it is nighttime. So every night about 7 o'clock, I come in here. Bullseye gets his... Whoa, somebody just hacked. Bullseye gets his second round of Sissipride for the day to keep his tummy moving. And Kelvin chatters at me, just like usual. So what I do is I go around and I'm going to sweep up all the poops. So that's the start. Oh, actually we're going to start with Bun's pellets. He's looking at me. See, and I want my pellets. I split his pellets up between morning and night just because he wolfs them down. So I just like to kind of break it up. And I also change his water at this time too. So he gets fresh water in this dish every night. And I'm back. So if you're on Facebook, you'll know that I put a post that we're getting our basement finished. And what's going to happen is all the pets are going to move down there. So it's going to be pretty cool because I'm going to have a lot more room. And all the cages are going to be 3 by something. So like pairs will be 3 by 4s. And if I do a little herd, I would do like a 3 by 6 or 3 by 8. Like I'm going to have a lot more room. So I'm going to keep a little document of it as we go along. So that I can show you guys once it's all finished. I'll make a video of like the whole process. So I'm really, really excited for that. And what that means is Bullseye will get a friend and Nanook will get a friend. Now what I'm going to do for those two, since I can't risk getting more adults and having them not get along, I will be adopting babies. If you adopt like 3 to 4 week old babies, they're not really seen as threats. So the bonding is going to be pretty easy. Now the problem with bonding Bullseye with a little boy is the little boy will go through puberty, and it totally depends on his personality whether he's going to try anything with Bullseye, like try to be the boss. So that's the only wild card that I'm a bit nervous about, but I would hope that they will bond so much while he's little that any fighting will be minimal, like just a bit of bickering. Now for Nanook, since I've had such a hard time with her trusting any of the adults, I think the baby piggy is the way to go. And I'm going to try a baby girl with her, just because so far she hasn't seemed to really enjoy the males. Because Littlefoot, who she beat up, he's a really laid back boy. Like you couldn't ask for a sweeter boy. He's like total opposite of what Bullseye is. Bullseye's really high strung and hyper and in your face. Littlefoot's just really cute and sweet, and I don't know, he's just really laid back. So anyway, she hasn't liked either of those boys, so I'm just kind of scared to get her even a baby boy. So I think a baby girl will be best for Nanook, because like Nanaimo, when we did introductions with the herd, she was really bossy and very dominant. But with Raisin, she's great because Raisin's just a little girl and they've got to bond really nicely. So I'm hoping same thing will go with Nanook, that with a baby she'll be okay. I need a new garbage. And worst case scenario, if Nanook and the baby end up not getting along, since Littlefoot's neutered, I know hands down him and Pecan would be totally cool with having a little baby with them. Just because that pair, honestly, they are just the sweetest. Like, they put up with Nammy being a boss. They were doing really well with Nanook being bossy. So, I mean, if Nanook cannot get along with a baby, then the baby would go with Littlefoot and Pecan, because Littlefoot's neutered. And if she doesn't get along with a baby, then I really don't know what would happen. She does enjoy living side by side, Littlefoot and Pecan. They're always eating hay beside each other, and she lays down if Pecan's laying down there. So she'll always have pigs nearby. Just fingers crossed that a little baby with her is gonna work. I just like having everybody happy, and nothing replaces them talking with each other and interacting and be able to touch each other. So we'll see what happens. And then that also means that Bun Bun's going to get a different setup downstairs. I'm still going to do the pigs kind of up on a shelf or a table. That's wet. And then he's going to have the whole floor. And downstairs is just a laundry room, and we're going to be covering like the furnace water heater area. But yeah, all the rest is just going to be a nice big room for the pigs. So it'll be really cool once they get going, because then I can see after they frame it, I can really start to plan exactly what size cages I can have. But for sure I know I can have at least 3x4s for every pair, which is pretty cool, because that'll be a nice wide size. I really miss having 3 grids wide for cages. Back in the day, I had 3x5s, and I absolutely love them. Just because there's so much more room for them to move around. Especially when you're bonding pigs and they're only 2 grids wide, it gets kind of scary because there's not a lot of room for pigs to scoot around each other. Especially when they're not used to each other. Where 3x5s, there's lots of room for jumping and carrying on. But hopefully we won't have any of that when the babies arrive. Now the babies, I've got my name on a list with Piggles for the babies. If they get any in, they never really know when they're going to have a pregnant female come in. And I'm also looking on Kijiji, like hardcore. Oh, I forgot those guys. Talking too much. Kijiji's been really frustrating because I've been asking around as they've come on. And a lot of people are just more concerned about making a bit of money with the babies and just getting them out to whoever as quickly as possible. And even when you send them like a really nice reply of, you know, your setup, what you're looking for, that you do have vet care, that when animals come here, they are here for life, people don't care. Some people don't. I shouldn't say everybody. But there's been a lot of people who are like, well, it's just first come, first serve. And it's like, okay, so you wouldn't even hold a baby for me? Or you wouldn't be able to tell me, like, what sex a baby is? Some people just didn't care. So, like, I'm in no rush, but I just mean if babies came along now, since I know the 2x3s would just be temporary, I would maybe get an Anook one. I'm not sure. I don't know if I would get Bullseye one, or I guess I could always make him a 2x5 and put a cage somewhere else for right now, because I don't think 2 boys and a 2x3 is a good idea. That's for sure. But anyway, we're just seeing what happens, and we'll go from there. I'm just really excited to have bigger cages, because since Nanook has not been able to bond with anyone, I am not happy with the sizes of these cages. These guys right now are in a 2x3.5, which obviously is half a grid too short. Not the biggest crisis in the world because they get along super well, but still, it's not great for being permanent. I was able to give Nanaimo and Raisin a 2x4 because Raisin's really active, so I didn't like them being into 2x3. So, like, stuff isn't ideal. It's not terrible, but I don't like it. I want the 2 lone piggies to have friends. I want everybody to have bigger cages. So, soon. So what it would be downstairs is if you added another grid width here, that's how big they will be downstairs, which would be awesome. Like a whole nother grid front here is such a great amount of room. I'm so pumped. So they're starting to frame the basement. That'll be on Monday. I don't know what day that I'm going to be posting this up, but Monday will be I don't even know. I don't even know what today is. Isn't that sad? Be the end of February anyway when they're starting. I gotta go wash my hands. Okay, so at night, this is when I give Kelvin his joint support tab. These are from Oxbow that we just started him on a few weeks ago because he does have the bad arthritis. And I really think they are helping him. He is on Medicam, but it also seemed like he was getting around even better since being on those. He hasn't really touched too much water, so we're going to get him out of his bed. Come on, bud. Come on out. Sometimes he has nights where he just isn't as active and he seems to hide. And I just don't like when he's hiding too much because then he gets dehydrated easily. He's not eating as much hay as he should be. So sometimes it's tough love and I have to kick him out of his bed. And I will leave his bed out for a little while so that he's coming up to eat hay and stuff. There we go. Shoo him up to the front and he'll start eating and drinking. He's been a lot better for most days of being really active on his own. Well, not really active, but active for him. He's been pretty good. But there are the nights where I have to be like, okay, buddy, it's time to get up. Okay, so everybody else now is going to get a piece of the vitamin C. Kelvin can have a piece too. I'll just give you a little piece. Here you go. Now, Apple really doesn't eat this much, so I'm just breaking them even a smaller piece. She likes the urinary ones, but the vitamin C ones she usually leaves and then Huckle eats it, so it kind of defeats the purpose. Okay, Nams. So Nammy's doing really well. She just only had that one episode of having the stress with Littlefoot stressing her out when she was in heat. That's why the quad was separated, because she was in heat and Littlefoot would not stop trying to literally mate with her, and it caused her very bad stress, and she does have a heart murmur. There you go, Nanook. But now that she is just with Raisin, I haven't seen anything concerning. Hi, buddy. Sorry, I had to get you out of your bed. You have to get up and get something to drink. Yes. So, I'm just going to leave his bed out for a little bit. It's just kind of wet. We'll put it under that. There we go. Yeah, and so that's really all I have to do at night. Sometimes I give them little hay piles just for something. Everybody has tons of hay, but they all seem to get excited when you put a little bit of a pile down below their hay bag. Hey, cutie girls. Hey, pretty. Hey, pretty girl. Good girl, Nammies. Good girl. She still gets quite nervous, and Raisin, of course, is still super nervous. It doesn't help when she has Nanaimo to look to and Nammy's not the most tame. The little Miss Nanook is quite tame. And then these guys, oh, I didn't want to get that all over your face. I don't want any in your eye. Forget what I was saying. These guys all like to eat beside each other. Here, littles. Put some over there for you. Hey, Nanook. Nice sweetie girl. So yeah, that's about it. I'll put some in Bun's litter box. He has a whole hay box, but sometimes he likes to sit in his litter box. And we'll have to change your litter box soon. He's got a lot of poops in the one spot. Do you snort at me? You having a drink? Okay. So night times are usually a lot calmer than the morning because there's not nearly as much to do. And just depends on the night. Sometimes I'll take piggies out and sit with them and what have you. But for right now, I'm just going to let everybody eat their hay. Hey, buddy. You get out and eat, okay? Make sure you eat your hay. Hi. Hi, crazy. Give him a hay pile, too. There you go, buddy. Okay, guys. So that's about it. I'll see you later.